Like, yes, this may be downtime or vacation time for a lot of people, but there's still work that we have to be doing. And you need to be auditing, you need to be assessing your life and your performance. Because what I can tell you about high achievement is that high achieving people are always auditing their lives. And they're not just going to go into 2025, but they're going to take careful time to really do some auditing and assessment of their lives so that they can achieve even greater things in the days to come. While many people are in retreat mode, I am in auditing mode right now. So, like I say, everybody is in the holiday spirit. They're shopping, they're wrapping their gifts. Some are already making New Year's Eve plans or they have it mapped out, all of that, and that's wonderful. But in between this time, between Christmas and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I want you to set aside some time in between to begin to audit your life, to really begin to look at your life and not just to skim over it. Because, I talk to so many people and like, oh, it was a great year. And, anybody that knows me knows that I'm probably one of the most detail oriented people in the world. I believe it's one of the keys to my success. I believe it's one of the things that drives some people up the wall about me. Because if you come to me with these generic answers, we're going to have a problem. And so, one of the first things I'll say is, well, what was good about it? What makes this year so special or different from the year before? And some people you can tell they get kind of touchy or upset. Like, I mean, it was a good year. I mean, for you to make that kind of statement, what made it a good year? Like, if I'm saying it's a good year, I'm going to have some type of specificity that outlines why it was a good year, because a lot of people say every year is a good year. Yeah, if we really begin to pull back the curtains and look at their goals and their intentions that they set, we realize that they really didn't do anything. But it was a great year. And then 2025 will be a great year, 2026, but they're not really making progress or achieving their goals. And so, what I'm trying to say to you is take some time to audit your life, to assess your life, and to see where you are in relationship to the goals that you set for yourself this year. Are you closer? Are you further away? And I always tell people you don't do this to feel bad or to beat yourself up or to be depressed. But at the same time, if you're going to get different, you can't keep doing the same thing. And a lot of us, we keep doing the same thing and we're expecting something spectacular to happen in the next year, but you're doing exactly what you did the year before. And, if you're achieving great things on the trajectory that you're currently on, that's wonderful. But I talk to so many people that are disgusted with their lives and they're not where they want to be. And 2025 will be a repeat of 2024 because they're not going to do anything differently. And so, what I'm saying to you is take the time to audit your life and to be honest, to have a real heart to heart conversation with yourself about where you are, where you want to be, and what changes you're willing to make to get there. Many of you know that 2024 has been a big year for me. So many incredible things have happened in 2024. I'm so grateful. I'm thinking back on 2023, and 2023 was a spectacular year in my life. So many big, great, spectacular moments happened. And, you're almost like, okay, where do we go in 2024? And I'm looking over the last 12 months, and my goodness, 2024 blew everything in 2023 out of the water. And, a lot of people talk to me and they're like, Jamel, that seems to be a reoccurring theme in your life. It just keeps getting better and better and better. And what people don't understand is that that's not by default, that's by design. I designed it. That's why 2023 was great. That's why 2024 was great. That's why 2025 will be great. I designed it. I set the tone of what that year is going to look like, and I design it in great detail. I don't leave anything up to chance. I don't leave anything up to circumstances because I know with all my heart that a person with a plan will trump a person with ambition and a dream any day, because we have a world full of dreamers, and most people die with their dreams extinguished and never accomplished. And so it's not enough for you to just dream and to just have vision, but at some point you got to have a plan that's going to help you to get to the life that you were truly born and destined to live. Um, At the same time, every major achievement has also required significant adjustments. And so, yes, my life gets better and better. More opportunities emerge, more doors open, more platforms become available to me. But at the same time, that requires me to make more adjustments to my life. And what I notice about a lot of people is that a lot of people want an impactful life without being inconvenienced. Write that down. A lot of people want an impactful life, but they don't want to be inconvenienced. And I always tell people, you don't want success then, because every success, every opportunity, every platform in your life comes with a trade off. And the trade off is often an inconvenience to some area of your life. And if you don't want to be inconvenienced, just be average. I always tell people that no problem, just be mediocre and there won't be any inconveniences to your life. But if you want to be the best in the world at what you do, you're going to be inconvenienced. And what I have learned is that those adjustments have to happen because you're going to be inconvenienced. I've also learned that when you are a high achiever and a high performer, everybody's not going to understand that. So your inconveniences will offend the average and the mediocre because they want you to stay on the same level with them. They want you to just hang out every weekend and binge watch Netflix and do what everybody else is doing. They don't want you achieving great things because it reminds them of what they're not doing with their lives. And so you have to determine what trade-offs are you willing to make? And so I have to make those trade-offs, and I know that everybody's not going to be happy with those decisions. But I always tell people that you should not listen to the opinions of people who do not have results that you want to emulate. And so a lot of times we're listening to people who aren't doing anything anyway, and they're not going anywhere, and we're putting so much focus on their opinions, and it's limiting and stifling your growth and your progress and you getting to the next level in your life. What I also want you to be aware of is that as I assess this 12-month cycle, I can truly say that I had some highs, lows, and some moments where I questioned if it was all worth it. And I feel like we have those moments every year where we feel like, is this all worth it? Is this a worthy pursuit? Is this a worthwhile goal? Or should I be headed in a different direction? And thankfully, I determined that it was worth it. And my life has been blessed in ways that I could not ever even begin to imagine. But so many people don't have that drive and determination. And so, at the first onset of difficulty or adversity, they revert back to what's familiar and living an average life because they want all of this with no price attached to it. And I always tell people, you can have the life you want, but it's going to cost you the life that you become familiar and comfortable with. And are you willing to be inconvenienced to truly live an impactful and a meaningful life? And most people will say yes, but they're not, because the minute that pressure is applied, the minute things don't go according to plan, the minute they bump into all of these challenges and adversities and contradictions in their lives, they want to go run and hide. And I always tell people that crisis is an opportunity to rise to the occasion of greatness. I don't fear a crisis. I don't fear adversity because I know that I'm wired to win regardless of the circumstances in my life. I know that I have the capacity to not just come through, but to come over triumphantly anything that tries to constrain or constrict my progress and me reaching my full potential. And because I'm wired that way and my brain is so wired in that capacity, I'm not afraid. It doesn't matter what's coming and what's going. It doesn't matter what adversity comes my way. I'm going to stay committed to the path and to the life that I know I was born and destined to live. Auditing your life is not a task for the timid or the immature. So if you're going to do an audit of your life, you got to be willing to be honest with yourself. And a lot of people are not going to be honest with themselves. They're going to lie. They're going to sugarcoat. They're going to give themselves a pass in areas that they shouldn't be giving themselves a pass in because, in all actuality, they don't really